Snell. Passes it to Noah. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Just 5 to shoot. Brooks misses.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
James, the pass to Irving. Noah with the block. And that will be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain
10
possession.
seconds on the shot clock. 10.
Smith outside. Clock at 6. Trains it from beyond the arc. Smith got his second basket of the night.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Brooks kicks to Dunleavy. The drive by Brooks. Here's Snell. The tray. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
With the pass.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great... Oh, look out!
That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
You know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
That's his first personal foul.
LeBron James so versatile, so incredibly skilled. I don't even know how to define his position. He seems to play all 5 of them during the course of the game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Heinrichs checked in. And a player like LeBron Clark, who rebounds like a big man, scores like a strong.
Athletic play, incredible.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now. Team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense. That's for
Cavaliers
sure.
foul. Timofey Mozgov.
Well, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. LeBron James, number 1.
2 shots.
There's no doubt he's one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. He's capable of putting up big numbers from the wing.
Yeah, that's where he likes to operate, but he can hurt you from anywhere, Steve. I mean, his numbers come from all over the place, and he's a very sophisticated offensive player with how he goes about his game.
Bulls making a switch here. Muhammad is checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. McDermott's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Brooks. Nice shot by Smith.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Took him no time at all on that one. Heinrichs got 5 now.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a 3-point battle like this.
Moore dishes to McDermott. Back to Moore. From deep. No good. LeBron with some nice deep. Cleveland leading by 4. Irving attacking. And he gets the bucket. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Here's LeBron. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Mirotic. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. From downtown. And he gets it to go.
Boy, when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
And a wide open look for James. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Pretty shot without a second to spare.
That can be so demoralizing for the team that gives up.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Cavaliers on top. They're up by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Cleveland?
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, for Chicago right now, we've got Nazr Mohammed. Tony Snell is out there with Hinrich. Then there's Mirotic. And it's McDermott in at the 3 spot. LeBron drives in. Love kicks to LeBron.
Oh, man, what a play.
And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Chicago making a switch here. Joakim Noah's checked in for Mohammed. Gasol comes in for Mirotic. Dunleavy's checked in for McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Kirk Hinrich. Three-pointer, Brooks. They grabbed their own miss. The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, how about the numbers for this club? As a team, 79% from the free throw line this year.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
Aaron Brooks.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Kyrie Irving, the #1 pick overall back in 2011, a player who promised himself he'd play in the NBA when he was just in the 4th grade. He said that came from his father. Confidence, confidence, confidence. That's all my dad preached. He'd always tell me, Kyrie, you could be this, you could be that. My dad had more belief in me than I had in myself. Gentlemen.
You know, it helps having people boosting you up, Doris. Thanks. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's blocked by Love. The drive by
What's up? King James! Wow, that was unbelievable.
How about that? Look at that.
With the pass.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Timeout for the Bulls.
At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question.
right.
I mean, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
At the line for the Bulls.
Bulls shooting their 5th
Tony
attempt at the
Snell.
line in the game.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore. That'd be a great Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
And that one is hammered home.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Tries to keep it alive.
Still Chicago.
And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. You look at Dunleavy, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
Well, he sure is a pure sharpshooter. That's exactly who you want roaming the wing and daring the defense to give him space beyond the arc.
You know, he's getting less and less of that space as time goes by, and he continues to put up those numbers from three-point land. He's very much the focal point of any defense these days. He's the primary guy to lock into on the scouting report.
I thought he'd make that one. That's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
First team
Chicago
foul.
making some changes. Ozzy Muhammad checked in for Noah. And McDermott subbed in for Pau Gasol.
Doug McDermott.
Irving, good.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Here's more, but they recover it. And Muhammad kicks to Mirotic.
Three.
Heinrich from outside.
Kirk Heinrich.
That one goes. Count it. Heinrich's got 5 points in the quarter.
Defensive foul.
Cleveland shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Personal
Well,
foul.
they're doing okay as the
Second
season
team foul.
goes on. They're shooting about 76%
At
as
the
a
line
team.
for your Cavaliers.
That's off as
J.R.
well,
Smith.
so he misses both. Bulls trail by 10. Shoots. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And we finished one half of basketball. Cavaliers lead by 10. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Clay created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters, and tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient
Kyrie
scoring.
Irving.
The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Smith, and it's Mozgov in the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Deflects the pass, dives
Still
for it,
Chicago ball.
and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Looking now at some numbers for Joakim Noah. Some good stat lines for him recently. You can put his numbers up among the best lately. 11th in assists. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
And how about this terrific passing display he's put on, Steve? I mean, as this place on the assist chart shows, if you get to the right spot, he'll find you. That's what he takes pride in.
And stolen by LeBron.
J.R. Smith, 2 points.
And pushing it up is Cleveland. The Cavaliers again in transition.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
LeBron James.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy hooks. A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that
Timeout for
catch
the
and
Bulls.
slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Substitution number 4.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Cavaliers